Hello, welcome to my Kill Nobody challenge in Ultrakill. I'll kind of be briefly explaining the strategies. First off, this is not nobody dies. People will die, including me, as you'll see. But there are rules to how people can die. I'll say immediately, chargebacks are not my fault. At least if it's the enemy that chargebacks themself. If I take advantage of an enemy's beam to hurt another enemy, that's my fault. But otherwise, their fault. Oh yeah, here's the example. I failed a chargeback there. Sorry about that. This next one, though, was not so bad. Well, I failed another too. But I didn't die. You'll see I parried it, obviously to regenerate. I have no clue what happened there, why that wasn't a chargeback. I'm kind of curious. But no, that one very much was a successful chargeback. So, 0-1, successful. 0-2 is where we get our first interesting stuff that doesn't require, like, because chargebacks, you might not consider a chargeback legitimate. Oh yeah, by the way, this one took me a minute. I died there, thanks to enemy fire. But, what I'm trying to do is the what's up door skip. And I'm trying to figure out so many ways to do it. So one, I get these fills out of my way so it becomes easier. Some of them fall out of bounds. Something fell out of bounds. I don't know what, but I didn't whiplash them into the out of bounds, meaning that it's okay. If I had like whiplashed them or rocketed them to try and get them into that out of bounds, that's my fault. But if they're following me into there and I deload it, their fault. Regardless, I actually didn't even intend for anyone to die here. Oh yeah, I tried to heal. That happened. One of these days I'll get it correct. Oh yeah, this song is pretty damn good when it's sped up like that. Okay, back to the strat. I skip all of those enemies. I go here. And like an idiot, I wander into the swords machine room, trying to see what I can do there. Yeah, he kills me. But don't worry about it. Don't worry, it gets better. Here, this is just enemies being stupid, following me into hazards, and dying to the hazards. I did not activate the hazards. I did not whiplash them into the hazards. They brought that on themselves. Oh yeah, custom style editors. Don't worry about any of that. This one is probably the most interesting of any of them. I have to activate that checkpoint, spawn the swords machine, and if you're wondering why I had to wait there, I had to wait for his health bar to get full. It's really just a precaution. It's not important to the run. I activate another distant checkpoint. And then here I spend an eternity trying to get the swords machine to leave the arena. One, I start by spawning him in, but that door, the green door, by the way, not the death door that is to the arena, not that door, yeah, I gotta wait for him to show his full health bar again. Okay, yeah, by the way, enemies keep dying for, I didn't even know that they were able to do that, but they do that, so, don't worry, that's not my fault. Oh yeah, and you'll notice he certainly left his arena. so I spend an eternity trying to get him to leave further out of his arena. I also parry the orbs into oblivion for health. Except that doesn't always go well, because... oh, by the way... Oh, yeah, so that's where it went wrong. I accidentally killed one of them. I checked my kill count to make sure that they didn't permanently die. They're back. They're both back. Meaning that it was 100% okay. Swords Machine's taking his sweet fucking time. Sorry. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop swearing. I parry him for health. By the way, I'm allowed to do damage to an enemy as long as it's not damage that, like, leads to their death. So, I'm allowed to parry him for health, so long as I don't parry him with the intent of killing him. But yeah, basically the only thing that's blocking the frickin' goal line is the Swords Machine. I just gotta get him out of the equation. I gotta get him to walk through this door, which he'll only do if he jumps through it with his sword. Oh yeah, heal again. I get him to go through it. Actually, it looked like he teleported there. He kills me. And then runs through the shredder and kills himself. I tried to examine the body, but apparently the shredder has like a large hitbox, so I can't really get close to it at all. But there he is. I did not kill Swords Machine here. I dodged the checkpoint just in case I have to do it again, but I don't. Oh yeah, this one is the one that took me forever to figure out, but it's so unbelievably simple, and you can do it. Not the simplest, actually. There is a bit of difficulty in it. Am I still recording? Okay, I am. I have to whiplash or something to skip that first room. Destroy the cooling chamber, because it pisses me off. That's optional. Nobody actually has to die for you to beat this level. I had an original plan of getting... Oh yeah, by the way, there is actually a very easy way to skip this. Yeah. So, this one, nobody dies, actually. I was gonna mention, though, I had a plan to, make... This one is actually the hardest. I had a plan to make the filth fall out of bounds, because there were walls that only I collided with that the filth didn't. Yeah. And sometimes they would actually fall out of bounds on Brutal because of their jumping. I just couldn't get that to work. So, yeah, I eventually found out how to skip that first room. I don't know why I'm firing rock. Oh, there it is. I want more room, so I destroy it. This one is actually the most difficult, the one that's the longest. It's fucking hard. You'll notice I actually do damage to them at one point, and that is because of an accidental ground pound. I was just trying to get out of the line of fire. One of them was also ground pounded. The damage didn't kill them, so I'm allowing it, but if I ever get a more, perfect run in which I don't do any damage to them, and, yeah, anyway, what I was gonna say is, this actually uses the challenge for the level to not do any fatal damage to the enemies, and I decided that it would actually break the challenge. Actually, it technically wouldn't, because I didn't do any lethal damage to them anyway, but I decided that it would break the challenge if I were to attack them to get their health bar really low, and then have them throw their apple. I decided that wasn't allowed. It is allowed if you want to recreate this for God knows whatever reason. But I didn't do that. Aside from the accidental ground pound, all damage is from the apples. I died. You can see that I'm taking a bit of damage in this as well. I died a few times when both Serbs were, animated. So this is my third attempt. This might actually be my... No, it's my third, actually. You can tell because of the time. I think you'll see it at the end of the video. This part is fucking hard. Because you gotta dodge both of them and, you know, trick them into attacking themselves at the same time. Just be careful, I guess. Sorry. What I was gonna say was, at the very least, if you ever plan to do this yourself, this one is really hard, and you'll probably get a little bit angry while doing it. It feels amazing to pull off, though, and it's actually really fun if you are succeeding at it. It may not look like I'm having much fun here. I was. Well, at least until there, when I took damage, I was a bit worried that it wouldn't go well. But no, it did. I healed a bit from the Serbs damaging either themselves or each other. I don't know which one's which. There's a bunch of weird visual bugs on this level. Oh yeah, so I guess that was where I gave the damage. I actually don't know if that was me or not, but considering I ground pounded and there was one near me, I'm gonna say it was me. I don't know. But no, the short of it is everything else was perfectly fine. I guess I'll discuss some other strategies I'll be using. So this will be my strategy for every Cerberus that is required to die for me to progress. As for Maurices, any future Maurices I will charge back. Same with sentries. Although, bit of difficulty there, I have to make sure that they're the only one receiving the chargeback. And that's it. Yep, that was my third try.